Inspire room. Look in the mirror. That is the only person who can save you. And you have been waiting for a sign? This is it. The universe isn't going to send you a personalized letter. It isn't going to text you a motivational quote out of the blue. It sent you here, right now, to this channel, to these words, because something inside of you is tired. Something inside of you is whispering, enough. Something inside of you is so close to giving up on that dream, that goal, that person you promised yourself you would become. And I am here to tell you, with every fiber of my being, a broken bar, do not quit. Not today, not now. But I am not just going to stand here and yell at you to not quit. Anyone can do that. It's easy to say. It's a bumper sticker. It's a t-shirt slogan. What we are going to do today is something far more powerful. We are going to perform a transformation. We are going to take that weak, tired, fragile concept of not quitting, a broken bar, and we are going to forge it into something unbreakable. We are going to replace it with a word that carries weight, a word that carries power, a word that carries consequence. That word is commit. Don't quit. Commit. This is not semantics. This is a fundamental shift in your entire existence. Quitting is a passive act. It's something that happens to you when you run out of steam. Committing is an active, aggressive, daily choice. It is something you do. It is a promise you make to yourself that is so strong, the idea of breaking it becomes unthinkable. I want you to think about the last time you quit something. Not something small, like a boring book. I mean something that mattered, a fitness journey, a business idea, a relationship, a skill you were trying to learn. Why did you quit? Be brutally honest with yourself. Was it really because it was too hard? Or was it because it became uncomfortable? Was it because you didn't see results fast enough? Was it because you were afraid of looking foolish? Was it because you had a bad day, and that one bad day convinced you that every day from now on would be just as bad? You quit because the pain of the process became greater than the pleasure of the potential outcome. Your focus shifted from the beautiful, shining finish linear broken bar to the blister on your foot, the ache in your muscle, the negative comment, the lonely hour of practice. You lost focus. And when you lose focus, you lose strength. And when you lose strength, you quit. The cycle is predictable. It's a trap that has caught billions of people throughout history. But starting today, you are no longer one of them. Starting today, you understand the formula. To finish what you start, you must stay focused and stay strong. And to do that, you must not just avoid quitting a broken bar, you must actively, passionately, relentlessly commit. Let's break this down. Let's build this new version of you. Peace by Unbreakable Peace. Part 1. The Anatomy of Quitting. Why we give up. We need to understand the enemy. Quitting isn't a monster under the bed. It's a logical, albeit flawed, conclusion that your brain reaches based on the data you feed it. The first reason we quit is the deception of the starting line. The beginning of anything is intoxicating. Day 1 at the gym. You're full of energy. You buy new shoes. You take a selfie. The world feels full of possibility. Day 1 of the diet. The fridge is stocked with kale and chicken breast. You feel virtuous, powerful, in control. Day 1 of your new business. You register the domain name. You design the logo. The ideas are flowing. This phase feels like progress, but it's a trick. It's the easiest part. The starting line is a party. Everyone is cheering. The air is clean. The path ahead looks smooth. But the path isn't smooth. A little way in, the party ends. The crowds disperse, and you are left alone with the real work. The work that isn't glamorous. The work that nobody sees. And this is where the second reason we quit comes in. The discomfort of the middle. The middle is a grind. It's the 5 a.m. alarm on a Tuesday in February when it's dark and cold and you haven't lost a pound in 3 weeks. It's the 100th sales call that ends with a number. It's the 5th draft of your novel that still isn't right. It's the lonely hour in the garage, practicing your craft while everyone else is sleeping or watching Netflix. The middle is where the novelty wears off and the reality sets in. This is where your brain, the magnificent machine that it is, starts to calculate the return on investment. And it screams at you, this is inefficient, this is painful, this is not worth it. Look, Everyone else is taking the easy path. Why are you doing this to yourself? Your brain's primary job is to conserve energy and keep you safe. And this grind, this discomfort, this looks like danger. It looks like wasted energy. So it offers you the emergency exit. It rationalizes quitting. It just wasn't the right time. It wasn't meant to be. I'm not cut out for this. I'll just try again later. Later, the most dangerous word in the dictionary of dreams. The third reason we quit is the distortion of the dip. Seth Godin wrote a brilliant book called The Dip, and he talks about this phenomenon. Every new pursuit, every worthwhile journey, hits a point where it gets hard. Not just a little bit hard, but exponentially hard. This is the dip. It's the point where it feels like you are pushing a boulder uphill through mud. And in the dip, your perception becomes distorted. A small setback feels like a catastrophic failure. A single piece of criticism feels like a global rejection. A slow week feels like proof that your entire endeavor is doomed. This distortion is a lie, but it feels so real in the moment. The dip is where most people quit, because they believe the lie that if it's this hard now, it will always be this hard. They can't see the other side of the hill. They can't see that just on the other side of the dip is the breakthrough. It's the mastery. It's the success that 99% of people will never experience because they gave up 5 feet from the gold. They quit in the distortion. They believed the mirage of failure that their tired, overworked brain was showing them. And the final, most insidious reason we quit is the fear of the finish line. This sounds counterintuitive, but it's true for so many of us. We are terrified of what happens if we actually succeed. What then? What if I finally get the body I want and people expect me to maintain it? What if I finally build the business and now I have the pressure of running it? What if I finish my book and people hate it? What if I achieve my dream and it turns out a broken bar? It wasn't what I wanted after all. This fear of success, of the unknown that comes with accomplishment, can be more powerful than the fear of failure. So we sabotage ourselves. We create drama. We find excuses. We quit just before the finish line because staying in the struggle is a familiar identity. Becoming the person who achieved the thing, a broken bar, that's a new, scary, unknown identity. So we quit. We retreat to the comfort of the known struggle, rather than facing the uncertainty of victory. Do you see yourself in any of this? The deception of the start, the discomfort of the middle, the distortion of the dip, the fear of the finish? If you do, good. Awareness is the first step to liberation. You are not broken. You are human. But you are a human who is now aware of the traps. And an aware human is a powerful human. Now, let's dismantle the entire machinery of quitting and replace it with the engine of commitment. Part 2. The power of commitment, a forging an unbreakable will. Commitment is not a feeling. Feelings are fickle. They change with the weather, with your sleep, with a sideways glance from a stranger. You cannot build your legacy on a foundation of feelings. Commitment is a decision. It is a choice you make once, and then you spend every subsequent day reaffirming that choice through your actions. When you commit, you are making a promise to your future self. You are drawing a line in the sand of your soul and saying, this is who I am. This is what I do. There is no other version of this story. Let me tell you what commitment looks like. Commitment is the writer who writes a page even when they have nothing to say. Commitment is the entrepreneur who makes the call even after 20 rejections. Commitment is the artist who creates even when they feel uninspired. Commitment is the student who studies even when they are tired. Commitment is the parent who shows up, day after day, with love and patience, even when they are exhausted. Commitment is action, independent of emotion. It's easy to work hard when you're motivated, but motivation is a spark. It ignites the fire. Commitment is the log you throw on the fire every single day, whether you feel the spark or not, to keep it burning through the long, cold night. So how do we build this commitment? We build it with 2 pillars, focus and strength. Pillar 1. Stay focused. Are the laser and the spotlight. Your attention is the most valuable currency you possess. Where you place it determines your reality. Most people live with a spotlight consciousness. Their attention is broad, scattered. It shines on their goal for a moment, then it swings over to their distractions, their fears, their social media feeds, their doubts, what other people are doing. It's constantly moving, illuminating a chaotic landscape of information and emotion. No wonder they get lost. No wonder they feel overwhelmed. You must shift from a spotlight to a laser. A laser does not scatter its energy. It takes all of its power and focuses it on one, tiny, precise point. And with that focus, it can cut through steel. Your goal is the steel. Your focus is the laser. Staying focused means you protect your attention with your life. You become the guardian of your own mind. This means you must ruthlessly eliminate distractions. You know what they are. The endless scrolling, the constant checking of notifications, the quick breaks that turn into hours of lost time, the conversations with people who drain your energy and sow seeds of doubt. You must learn to say no to things that are not aligned with your commitment. No to people who do not support your mission. No to your own weaker impulses that tempt you off the path. Staying focused also means you keep your why at the forefront of your mind. Why are you doing this? Not the what, the why. You're not just trying to lose weight. You're trying to feel confident, to have more energy for your children, to live a long, healthy life. You're not just trying to build a business. You're trying to create freedom, to provide for your family, to make a dent in the universe with your unique gift. Your why is your North Star. On a cloudy night, when you can't see the path, you can still see the North Star. It guides you. When you feel lost in the discomfort of the middle, when you're deep in the dip, you look up at your North Star. You reconnect with your why, and it realigns you. It refocuses your laser. Write your why down. Put it on your mirror, on your fridge, on the lock screen of your phone. Let it be the first thing you see in the morning and the last thing you see at night. Your focus is your weapon. Sharpen it daily. Pillar 2. Stay strong at the forging of resilience. Focus is your direction. Strength is your fuel. Staying strong is not about never feeling tired. It's not about never feeling doubt. It's not about being an emotionless robot. Staying strong is about resilience. It's the ability to get hit, to get knocked down, to feel the full force of the pain and the fear broken by, and to still find a way to get back up. How is resilience built? It is not built on the day of the crisis. It is built in the 1,000 small choices you make every day before the crisis ever hits. It's built when you choose the healthy meal over the junk food. It's built when you go to the gym even when you're sore. It's built when you go to bed early instead of watching one more episode. It's built when you read a book instead of scrolling through social media. It's built when you meditate for 5 minutes in the morning to calm your mind. It's built when you practice gratitude, forcing your brain to look for the good. You are building your resilience bank account. Every disciplined choice is a deposit. Every act of self-care is a deposit. Every moment you spend nurturing your mind, body, and spirit is a deposit. Then, when the storm comes, and it will come here, when you face rejection, when you experience failure, when you are deep in the deeper broken bar, you can make a withdrawal. You have strength in reserve. You have built a foundation that can withstand the earthquake. Staying strong also means managing your self-talk. The voice in your head is the most powerful voice you will ever hear. Is it your biggest critic, or your biggest coach? When you make a mistake, does it say, "You idiot, you always mess things up"? Or does it say, "Okay, that didn't work. What did we learn? Let's try again"? You must become the guardian of that inner dialogue. You must arrest the negative thought patterns and replace them with empowering ones. This isn't about positive affirmations you don't believe. It's about truthful, constructive self-talk. Instead of "I can't do this," try "This is really challenging, but I am capable of learning and growing." Instead of "I'm a failure," try "I failed at this specific task. That does not define my worth or my ultimate potential." Your mind is a garden. If you do not consciously plant flowers, weeds will grow without invitation. Stay strong by tending to your garden every single day. With focus as your laser and strength as your foundation, you are now equipped to do the one thing that separates the dreamers from the achievers. Part 3, The Art of Finishing. Crossing the line. Starting is filled with hope. Finishing is filled with truth. Finishing is where you meet yourself. It's where you discover what you're really made of. So many people are professional starters. They have a graveyard of half-finished projects, half-learned skills, half-lived dreams. They are addicted to the new, to the novel, to the first 5% of the journey. But the magic, the transformation, the real growth, a broken bar, it happens in the last 5%. It happens when you push through the pain barrier and cross the finish line. Finishing is a habit. You have to practice it. Start by finishing small things. Finish the book you're reading. Finish cleaning the entire kitchen, not just loading the dishwasher. Finish the workout you planned, even if you have to go slower at the end. Finish that email you've been putting off. Every time you finish something, you are sending a signal to your subconscious mind. I am a finisher. You are building a neural pathway of completion. You are creating an identity for yourself as someone who sees things through. Then, apply that to your big goals. Break them down. You don't build a wall by staring at the pile of bricks. You build it by laying one brick, perfectly, every single day. Your big, audacious goal can be overwhelming, but what is the one thing you can do today that moves you 1 inch closer? Do that, and then tomorrow, do the next thing. The act of finishing is a virtuous cycle. Every time you finish, you build confidence. That confidence gives you more strength for the next challenge. That strength allows you to focus more deeply, and that focus enables you to finish even bigger things. It compounds. One finished task becomes a finished project. One finished project becomes a finished goal. One finished goal becomes a life of integrity. A life where your words and your actions are in alignment. A life where you said you would do it, a broken bar, and you did. Part 4, your new reality as the person on the other side. I want you to close your eyes for a moment. Just listen to my voice. I want you to imagine the person you will become 1 year from today if you make this shift. If you stop flirting with the idea of quitting and you fall in love with the discipline of commitment. See that person. They have the body they worked for. They have the business they built from the ground up. They have the relationship they nurtured. They have the degree they earned. They have the peace of mind they cultivated. Look at their eyes. There is a quiet confidence there, a stillness. They are not easily shaken. They have been through the dip and they have come out the other side. They know their own strength. They are proud, not an arrogant pride, but a deep, internal pride that comes from knowing they kept a promise to themselves. They have self-respect. They have proven to themselves that they can be trusted. That person is you. It is not a different person. It is the you that is waiting to be unlocked. It is the you that is begging you to make the choice. The choice to commit. The path to that person is not easy. It will be paved with discomfort, with doubt, with days where you want to scream and cry and throw in the towel. But I need you to understand this. The pain of discipline weighs ounces. The pain of regret weighs tons. The discomfort you feel on the path of commitment is temporary. It is the pain of growth. The pain of becoming. The pain of regret. That is permanent. That is the ghost that will haunt you for the rest of your life. The ghost of what if. What if I had just held on a little longer? What if I had just kept going? Do not let that ghost live in your future. Exorcise it today with your decision. You were not put on this earth to be almost. You were not put here to be nearly. You were not put here to be could have been. You were put here to be, to do, to achieve, to contribute, to love, to build, to finish. You have a gift, a unique combination of talents, experiences, and passions that nobody else in the history of the universe has ever had. That gift is useless if it stays locked inside of you. The world needs your gift. It needs your finished project. It needs your voice. It needs your strength. But it can't have it if you quit. It can only have it if you commit. So, right now, I want you to make a decision. Not a New Year's resolution that fades by February. A decision. Say it out loud. Say it with me. I am done quitting. I am done with excuses. I am done letting my feelings dictate my actions. From this day forward, I am a person of commitment. My word is my bond. Especially to myself. I will stay focused on my North Star. I will stay strong by building my resilience every single day. And I will finish what I start. Because I am not almost. I am a finisher. I am powerful. I am committed. This is your line in the sand. This is your declaration of war on your former self. When you wake up tomorrow, and the doubt creeps in, remember this moment. Remember the fire you felt right now. Remember the promise you made. come back to this video. Listen to these words again. Let them be the fuel for your journey. Inspire Room is your sanctuary. This is your locker room. This is where you come to get your game face on, to remember who you are, to remember what you are fighting for. You are not alone in this. We are a community of committed individuals. We are a tribe of finishers. And we are here, cheering for you. Now, go and be great. Go and finish what you started. Go and show the world, and more importantly, show yourself, what you are truly made of. The world is waiting for the masterpiece that is you. Don't keep it waiting any longer. Don't quit. Commit.